We continue in chapter 34. Today's learning in the merit of the Jews in Ukraine, and for that matter for all people that are there, that need our protection. Torah protects. And so our learning should be, we should be mindful of their need, their protection, and blessings that come from, actually, concept that we're going to learn about today. Interesting. Yeah, difficult times, but we respond by bringing more light into the world. So chapter 34, in one word, is Mishkan, making a dwelling, a home for God. God is everywhere. However, he's not revealed everywhere. So through great people like the patriarchs or Moses, Moshe Rabbeinu, he was truly revealed. And we have a sense of that when we're in front of greatness, as I personally, and some of you perhaps have been lucky enough many years ago now, in front of the Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and you sense greatness, you sense holiness, you sense the Shekhinah, the divine presence of God in them, of them, and through them. And we all had that experience collectively as a people at Mount Sinai, Har Sinai. But it was too much for us, too great of an experience, too lofty. We weren't refined enough, that we needed to build a home, a physical home. First was the Mishkan, the tabernacle, and then was 2 holy temples. There's also other Mishkans. In any case, those were physical homes where the presence of God was very palpable, very real. But those were destroyed. So the Alter Rebbe today continues and says, ever since the destruction of the holy temples, what is left? Well, Arba Amas Shel Halacha, the 4 cubits, our space of Jewish law and Jewish teachings. Torah study. That's the sanctuary, that's the abode where God is revealed, actually right now, in what we're doing. Torah is the only abode for the revelation of God's complete, perfect unity. Because, why is that? Because the Torah is the embodiment of God's will and his wisdom. And therefore, in the Torah, God's unity stands revealed. Period. Now, it may not be revealed to you. You may not sense it. But that's only because we don't think about it. So the Alter Rebbe says, deeply meditate upon this. That the study of Torah is the abode where God is truly revealed. Now, it might not be as, parenthetically, the Alter Rebbe doesn't say this, but as powerful as it was in the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant was in the first Holy Temple, for example. It's fine. But it doesn't mean it's not there. It is. Absolutely. We need to think about it. We have to kind of give ourselves over to that. We have to give ourselves over to that idea. Now, you might say, well, the capacity of my intelligence and the root of my soul is kind of very limited. I'm not like the patriarchs or Moshe Rabbeinu or these great holy people that were a chariot to God's unity in a perfect truth. I can't comprehend this unity in a real way as they did. So how am I making a sanctuary? How am I making an abode, a place that God resides in my Torah study? So Alter Rebbe says something amazing here for you and I, simple folk, that what we can do and what we can accomplish is It's heaven-shattering, not earth-shattering. Much more heaven-shattering. We make a sanctuary and an abode for God by the fact that we make a fixed time for study Torah by day and by night to the extent of our free time. So, which is by Jewish law what we need to do. As the sages say in the Talmud, that even one chapter in the morning and one at night suffice us to be what's called learning Torah by day and by night. That's the minimum quota. And through this, you become an abode for godliness. You merit to be what's called ushpizin legvura, a host to the Almighty, through the Torah study, which causes him to be a sanctuary for God twice a day, according to what your available time. If you can do more than twice a day, then greater. That's even greater. But according to your available time, the capacity, so you don't have to be this holy roller. You just have to be someone who commits themselves, fixed